guys, it's Miss Gilbert here, and I am coming to you 2 times every week, and I'm going to be bringing you some math lessons. Each week I will come to you and I will give you some new games to play. I will teach you some new strategies, and I will just be talking to you guys about keeping your math brains going. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we are going to talk about some math tools. The first one that we're going to make and learn about today is a 10 frame. Now, a lot of us already know about 10 frames. Some of us use 10 frames in our classroom. Some of us are really familiar with them, but some of us still need some practice on them, and some of our families may not even know what a 10 frame is. So a 10 frame is simply just a rectangle, and it is divided in the middle, and then it is divided up and down, where you have 5 slots in the top and 5 slots on the bottom. So let me show you what some of those may look like in case you want to make some. So the first one that I'm going to show you is this little magnetic one that I have for my board. And you'll notice that there are 5 squares at the top and there are 5 squares at the bottom. So hence the name 10 frame. There are 10 spots for you to fill in. We also have these little paper copy ones like this. And I will put a link up after this video if you want to go in and print you some of these to have at home. These are wonderful to use for counting and keeping your counting organized. So here's a paper copy, and I will put one of these up for you guys if you want to print it. But some of us may not have access to a printer, so we want to make one. So what I done is I took a piece of construction paper like this. Just a regular piece of construction paper. You can fold it in half, hot dog style, and then you're going to fold it hamburger style one time in the middle. Now the next parts you're going to have the kind of accordion where you have 3 equal spots. So you just kind of fold it up like this. Okay, when you open it up though, you're going to have to cut off 2 of the extra ones right here. So I'm just going to cut those off real quick. And this is something fun that you and your kids can do together, parents. So now you'll notice that I have a 10 frame. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the bottom. Now it'd probably be good if you take your marker now and kind of just go over that so you can kind of see it better. So you can just draw you a good line down the middle. And mine are not going to be perfect right now, sorry. Okay, so there we go. We have our own 10 frame that you guys can make like so. If you don't want it to be this big, you can obviously cut some of it off the top to make it smaller, whatever fits your needs. But this is how you can make a 10 frame. Now the other thing we're going to talk about is making some cards, some digit cards. We use cards a lot in our classroom, just with some numbers on them. So a lot of you have playing cards at home already. You can just use a regular deck of cards. I didn't have a regular deck of cards, but I did have an Uno set at my house. And I also have a face stand set. So what you're going to do is you are only going to be using the cards 0 through 9. So you need to take you out at least one set of 0 through 9s. It doesn't matter, obviously, what they look like, what color they are, anything like that. So I'm going to get from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are the cards I'm going to need for some of our activities. If you want to, go ahead while you have all your stuff out and you're separating things, go ahead and make you 2 sets. So if you want to play a game with a friend or a family member, then you'll have all your stuff ready. Okay, and just like our 10 frames, I will put a link up where you can print out some cards in case you don't have any. And I'm also going to show you how you can make your own cards. Okay, so same concept. I took a piece of construction paper. You can use white paper. You can use anything that you have around your house. It can be a notebook paper. It can be anything. Okay, so you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to fold it hot dog style, hamburger style. And then we're going to fold it down into 3s like we just did with our 10 frame. You're going to open it up and you're going to see all your different cards. Okay, So what you're gonna do this time though, instead of drawing it all out and counting it, what you're gonna do is you're going to take a marker and you are going to make you some cards. So we're going to just write down some numbers on our little squares we made, rectangles. Okay, we're always gonna start with 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, this is taking me a little while. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then you'll have some leftover cards. I think that this is backwards because it's on a video. I promise I didn't write my numbers backwards. But anyways, so you have your cards. Now, one thing that really helps children a lot is if they don't recognize the number, is to draw that many dots to represent the number on the card. So for 1, I would just draw 1 dot. And then for 2, I would draw 2 dots. Okay, and then for 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you would just keep going and to do all of your number cards. Then you can make you more than one set. So like I said, if you wanted to play with a friend, family member, you could. So you're just gonna take your scissors. And if you don't have scissors, you can just keep folding a lot and just tear that line off. I've done that before. Okay, so you'll have you a set of digit cards. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna move that out of the way. It's all my other stuff. Okay, so let's go back to talking about a 10 frame since we have our materials ready that we're gonna need for the week. Actually, no, let's talk about putting our materials all together so when we're ready to use them, we can easily access them. So all that you're gonna need is a gallon size bag. You could probably even use a quart size or a sandwich size, whatever you might have at home. And this is going to be your math bag. Now, every day that we do a math lesson, we may not use everything inside of the bag, but we will be using several of the things inside of here. So we're going to put our digit cards in here. I just dropped mine in the floor. Let's see, I have some that came with our math kit, but we'll just use these for right now. So I'm going to put all these in here. You're going to cut them apart though, and you're going to put them in there. You can make 2 sets. You're also going to put in your 10 frame. Okay, if it's too big, you can fold it and unfold it when you need it. Okay, also though, we need to add some items in here because sometimes I'm going to give you guys a daily challenge. We're going to have to count some stuff and to use your 10 frame and to use those number cards. So you are going to find 10 items. 10. You're going to find 10 items around your house. It can be 10 little cars. It can be 10 dry beans. It can be 10 bottle caps. It can be 10 Hot Wheel cars. Just 10 of anything that you have. 10 Q-tips, 10 cotton balls, anything, okay? I had these little erasers that I had gotten before school let out, and I'm so sad that we're not gonna get to use them. So we're gonna use them now. And they're little Easter erasers. So I'm gonna take 10 of these out, and I'm gonna put them in my math bag. You can also use some coins. I had some coins laid out. You could use 10 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm gonna put those inside of my math bag. You are going to need some paper because a lot of times we are going to be writing down some equations and things like that, and you don't want to have to run around and look for stuff when it's time to do your daily math lesson. So you need some paper. I'm just going to throw in some of this construction paper. If you have a 1-subject notebook or a composition notebook or anything like that, that would be great to just slide in your bag. You're going to need something to write with, so a pencil, a marker, whatever you have at your house. Okay, the next thing that we're going to need is not necessarily something you have to have, but of course it's going to help you to do some of your activities, and that is some dice. I actually found these dice in a board game that we had at my house, so I'm going to use these dice and I'm just going to put them in here So whenever I'm ready for math, I can go grab my math bag and all of my stuff is ready, so I don't have to go search for it. Okay, so there's your math bag. Put it somewhere safe. Okay, so since we got all of that squared away and we are ready to have some learning time. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, we kind of already hit it a little bit, but what is a 10 frame and why do I need it? A 10 frame is just a tool that we use to help us stay organized, helps us deepen our number sense. When we look at a 10 frame, I know that there are 5 on top and that there are 5 on bottom. I know that if the top is full, I don't even really have to count it. I know that there are already 5 there. If I know the whole thing is full, then I know that there is 10. So I'm going to show you a little activity, and I'm going to put some little counters in there, and we are going to do a little number talk. A number talk is just us talking about numbers. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put some of these in here. All right, can you guys see that? I'll pull it up just a little bit close to make sure everybody can see it. All right, so here we go. I want you to look at how many you see in my 10 frame. Okay? So everybody see something? Let's not scream it out. Just kind of tell your brain what you see. Okay, so how many more do I need if I want to have 10? How many more do I need? I want you to tell somebody that's nearby you, or I want you to write it down on a piece of paper or in your notebook. How many more do I need to make 10? And you can easily see it. I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more to make 10. So if I had 3 more, I would have a total of how many? 10, you're right. All right, so how many do you already see here? How many is in my 10 frame currently? There are 7. How many's on the top row? How many's on the bottom row? So I can build a math equation with that. So let me show you what I'm talking about there. So if I want to write a math equation, I can say there are 5 on top and there are 2 on bottom. Okay, let me pull this up so you guys can see it. There we go, but it's backwards. All right, but I can write my equation. I can say 5 plus 2 equals 7. Very good. All right. Now I'm going to leave you with 2 things. I'm going to leave you, number 1, showing you how to play a little game, and I'm going to leave you with a daily challenge. Okay? So the game that we're going to talk about today is shortest to tallest. So you are going to go around your home, and you are going to find, let's say, 8 toys. Okay? I want you to find 8 toys, and I want you to line them up from the shortest toy to the tallest toy. Okay, let's see if you can do that. After you've lined them up from shortest to tallest, we found 8 of them. I want you now to see if you can, I'm going to challenge you guys to see if you can find 25 of them. Hope you all have a marvelous Monday, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Bye, guys.